Hello, it's me. Oh, you don't really know that. Hi, I'm Ben, Big Dad, Chief Human of Big Dad Industries. Welcome to our Vampire the Masquerade stream. I have assembled this lovely cast, and hopefully you can hear me right now. Let me know, chat. Um, chat. Players, would you like to go around and introduce yourself?
Hi, I'm Tyler, also known as Tyler Rose RPG or Clan Gargoyle on Twitter, and I'm going to be playing Rick.
What clan are you, Rick?
What clan am I? I wonder what clan am I playing in the all Setite game? Sounds like I might be a Setite.
Thank you. Um, Jax.
Hello, I am Jax. My pronouns are she, her. You can find me on most social media as Rufflejax. I will be playing Lucy, who is also a Sedite,
Wow.
and you can definitely trust her.
Lily.
Hi, I'm Lily France, and I'm here to play Luz. Also a Setide. How much of coincidence? And we are all very trustable.
It's true.
And last but not least, who just came from running a game of Vampire the Requiem, Rachel.
I did. It was Belial's Brood, so I'm in the right Setite mindset already. Hello, my name is Rachel. You can find me Stolen Fires pretty much everywhere. And I will be playing Signy. She is a Nordic Setite.
Nordic. Ooh. So, this is a Vampire the Masquerade stream, so consider this your content warning because I haven't gotten Nightbot fully set up yet. So there will be adult themes, and we will be using X card. Anyone can stop the stream at any time if something comes up that violates the safety tools we've used before. Safety is very important in this game, especially with Setites who intentionally push the envelope.
A little bit, yeah.
That's like understating what they do.
I mean, we're just in a perpetual war with the Aeons. It's fine.
More or less, yeah.
We're gonna win one day, though.
I'm gonna break them
Absolutely.
chains.
So this game takes place in the 1970s. So nobody's got cell phones. Elders are still around, and the Cold War's the thing. Fancy that. I had this written down. I'm going to go first through and give a little prologue for each of these characters. Who would like to go first? Don't all jump at once. Oh, before I do that, I have a quote I want to read by William Blake. That stony law I stamp to dust and scatter religion abroad. To the four winds as a torn book, and none shall gather the leaves.
Amen.
That's from William Blake.
But yeah, I'll dive right in. Let's go.
All right. What is the last thing that Signy recalls?
Probably some mortal asshole in like a thick brown robe, just like a heavy burning torch to the face.
And then you went into torpor.
And then she went into torpor.
You come to. You come to and it's dark. Give me a rouse check.
Oh, okay. And that's just 1d10,
Yep.
correct?
6 up.
7!
You're good. You do not get hungrier somehow, even though the sleep of ages has taken its toll. You wake up. It's dark out, of course. You are on a very uncomfortable bed, as you would expect. It's a rustic longhouse. There are candles lit nearby. It is sparsely furnished. There are no windows to the outside or anything. You are on a bed with a thin deerskin blanket over you.
Ugh. No, could be worse. So, take the blanket off. Start to get up out of the bed.
Get up. The floorboards creak underneath of you. And you hear shuffling come from the other side of the door.
Okay. Signy stops and just waits to see what is on the other side of the door.
Will you open it, or you wait for them to open it?
I think what she will do is look around the room if there's anything she can use as a weapon.
There are wooden candlestick holders. You might be able to get something out of that. But it's, like I said, it's pretty sparse. There is a chair maybe you could hit someone with. Roughly made.
Okay.
A little heavy.
She's gonna go for the deerskin blanket.
Mm-hmm.
So if it's someone hostile, she can just throw it over their head, and if it's not, it's like, I'm holding a blanket, what?
Okay. And you're just going to wait and see who comes in?
Does it sound like they are coming towards the door?
It's... Give me an awareness and wits check.
Okay. Oh, I made sure to put points into this. Oh, nice. 2 10s, a 1, and a 6.
Or either of those 10s on your hunger die.
1 was, yes.
First roll, and it's a messy critical. All right.
Great start.
Yay!
But it's on an awareness check, so who cares? I don't know what you'll do for that. Oh, I can do the obvious. You're leaning against the door to listen better. And you hear thick Scandinavian accents. Talk about, I believe she's awake. It's time for us to greet her. And then you kind of just push the whole door open, as the beast kind of forces its way to the top. It's been so long since we've had blood. Why not quaff deeply?
Who is saying that?
That's your beast from inside.
Oh, okay. So who do I see?
It is 2 large warrior-looking men, dressed in not traditional, but fashion of the time. Wearing, rough spun tunics, some furs, pants, boots. They have like axes at their side, as if they might be expecting trouble. And they look at you and they say, "All Father be praised! You are risen!"
What language do they speak in?
They are speaking in a mix of Old English, Swedish. But
Okay.
give me an insight. But because you got the critical on the awareness check, you do notice something. Their accent is not what you expect for your people, your cult. It's a few regions off. Like if you were expecting an Ohio accent, this is New Jersey. But
Okay. That's not the worst thing in the world. So in Old Norse, Signy will say, Loki demands his tribute.
and they look at each other for a second. And they go, "Whatever the Valkyrie needs, yes."
Show me your neck.
And the one leans down.
Oh, these are obedient cultists. I like this. I will take a little bit of blood from each of them.
As you go to the first one, you notice the other one get incredibly tense and nervous and puts his hand lower to his side as you start to lean in.
Okay.
The side with the axe.
Again, in Old Norse, she'll say, I won't take your lives. Just your tribute.
And he nods and relaxes. And you drink. Do you kill them?
No, because they could have killed me and they didn't, so we're probably on the same side.
It is good that you are awake. We have sent a runner to inform our Scald. I believe you may recognize her, if not know her. After a bit, do you have any questions for them, or?
Whose lodge is this?
This is your lodge. You've been here for many, many years.
How many?
112.
Did we defeat the Christians?
We're still working on it.
You can't expect it to be too easy. What have I missed?
And he starts going over some of the events last 112 years.
Okay.
There are cars now.
Ew. What, like a cart?
But faster.
That is good.
After a while, another man returns, and with him is a youngish woman who appears to be of your mortal bloodline. And they all defer to her. By the Allfather, you're back. Loki sent you back to Earth? Back to Midgard?
It appears the work is not yet done.
What must we do? I gotta look up her name because I am too excited. I am Greta. I have been keeping the show running here, so to speak. After it was passed down to me from more and more, which is Scandinavian for mother's mother.
Okay. Good. You have all done very well, even in my absence. Let me get caught up with what is going on in the world, and then I will do a divination to discover the will of Loki.
Okay. They show you something called an encyclopedia and some local newspapers.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Encyclopedia is pretty impressive. Knowledge is power.
Mm-hmm.
She will probably struggle a little bit with learning English.
Oh, they are absolutely there to help.
Yeah, like, what the fuck do you mean the English won? What do you mean they got the Empire? It's not fair.
Also, I just realized 112 years isn't that long for you. 700 years. Let's say that.
Okay.
Retcon on
yeah.
fly. I'm professional.
So she was asleep for 700 years.
Yes.
Okay. Is then extremely upset that the English won. Yeah, and so we'll spend probably about a year living here and learning how to, like, live in the modern nights.
You go along, you find how people are dressing these days. Bell bottoms are weird. Everything's different. But you find places where you know you can work the will of Loki. And with the cult you've built that has endured these centuries, you know you'll be able to accomplish many things. One day, as you go to ready yourself for the evening, looking down at your vanity, you seem to have spilled some foundation powder, and before your eyes, it turns to sand, and it spells out Signy, my child, you must return to the temple. His work is to be done.
All right then. I will return to whatever I believe the temple to be.
When was the last place you met your sire Thora?
Okay. Yeah, so she'll tell her cult, probably bring some of them with her. It is time to reunite with the larger temple. And she will make her way probably to yeah, I mean, I assume that there would be a Sedite lodge in one of the major cities.
Stockholm.
All right, let's go to Stockholm.
Now I can demonstrate all the knowledge I have of Stockholm. Greta, it seems, has been to this temple before. Not often, but at least just checking in, sending reports, getting blood, as you find out that she is a ghoul and has actually passed through a number of gates on her way to the Embrace.
Good for her.
They lead you to a shop. It is a bookstore. Going through the back, and traditional, right? That's what Sedites love to do. Going through the back, going down the stairs, and then a secret room leads you to the set temple. You are immediately greeted by 3 cats.
Like cats.
We like cats.
They're not the worst animal.
They
Gingerly.
are useful. Much like a ghoul or any kind, my child. And out steps Thora from a doorway. You have been asleep for far too long. You have to make up for time lost for Set.
I look forward to it.
Wonderful. I have arranged passage for you to go to America. There you will meet with other Sedites. Perform a work. You will form a coterie.
And what is our goal?
You will find out there.
Exciting.
You will be working for Gabriella, a friend of mine. She is not here to screw around, so do not let me down, Signy.
I don't plan to. Although, like, when Thor was like, yeah, you're going to be working for someone, she's like, Oh, I guess I have to.
Your boat will arrive in Charleston. You leave in a week.
I will begin making preparations.
All right. Praise set.
Praise set.
Who would like to go next?
I vote Lily goes next.
Tyler, it is.
Excellent. Sounds good.
Mhm. It is 1971, December 24th. In the near Miami, the outskirts, would you say?
Yeah.
Rests the shop of Palm Village Cycles, a cycle shop that is having its fairly rowdy Christmas party.
It's always rowdy. It's always a good time.
And the police know to just stop coming because the inhabitants of this party, or the attendees, are fairly frightening people. What's your gang's name again?
The Serpents of Eden.
The Serpents of Eden are living it up in their chop shop. They've just received payment for a load of Uzis they have sold off to some wannabe dictator out there.
Who cares which one it is? You know, they never really succeed. It's just fun to give them some toys to play with.
That it is. Um, your child, Jimmy, is, entertaining. Talking to Tito, who seems to be playing with a pool cue and just dancing on top of the bar you're using. Or at least the crates you're using as a bar.
It doesn't need to be anything fancy, really. You know, as long as there's alcohol going between the sides of it, doesn't matter what it's made out of.
Mm-hmm. He says
the boys
something,
happy.
you hear them laugh. You're not quite so sure. What are you doing at the party?
I'm along one side of the wall, one of the walls there. There's a stack of tires that's been formed into kind of a throne, basically. it's not the prettiest thing in the world, but it's pretty cool. They've roughly kind of welded together like a stack into a seat with some nice big armrests on it, made out of like monster truck tires that are, yay thick, real thick going on. I'm kind of holding court there with a group of people. We're discussing the politics of the local gangs and what we've been selling and what we're looking forward to selling next year.
Yes, you are gazing out upon your subjects, your domain, the workshop area of your bicycle shop. On the throne you built yourself with the strength of Weppawet.
Hell
The
yeah.
cult of warriors you belong to. There are plans discussed. Spooky presents a number of ideas related to AK-47s, possibly Hondurans.
Hondurans are good. I could see that. I
Maybe
think last
maybe
time,
branching into the cocaine trade. That seems to be popping up.
we could sell some, then we could take the rest and go fishing with them.
The shop phone rings.
Somebody get that.
Who's calling us? It's Christmas Eve.
Some fucking turd.
All right. Tito's got this. City morgue. Nah. I don't know a Rick. Nah.
Do I hear this?
Yeah. He's speaking loudly. Nah, you guys be calling the wrong place. Nah.
I kind of hold up a hand. Yeah. What, Tito, my man?
It's like a jeans company. I don't know.
The fuck?
Look, we don't need any more jeans. All right, get out of here.
Does he hang up?
Yeah.
What a bunch of weirdos.
And with that,
Anyway.
your power gets cut.
So the jukebox just dies.
Everything just drops.
Music is gone. The lights are gone. I activate Eyes of the Beast.
Okay,
To
I
be able
believe
to
that
see.
does not require a roll.
No roll there. So I can see what's going on.
Everyone, including your child Jimmy, is panicking because they're just like, "Huh? What?" The ones that are a bit more drunk than sense would dictate. And they're just like, "Whatever." Just keep going at it. Someone's going through some of the tool chests, looking for some of the flashlights they use. Tito's picking up the phone. Hey, the line's and bang, right in the head. A bullet whizzes through the glass and blows his head clean off his shoulders.
Shit just got real. I'm assuming I have a good stock of weapons around here.
You do. What would you like to have? It's your gun
For me
shop.
at the moment, I I don't really need to deal with firearms myself. I have other ways to deal with that. But I'm gonna put my hands to my mouth and yell out, "Everybody, get yourself a gun and take him out!"
And they start pulling guns out of everywhere. None of them are taking safeties off because they never had them on. They don't have holsters. They just had them tucked into their waistbands. You really assembled a group of winners here. But they're your winners. And you know they would all die for you.
Oh, they would.
Unfortunately,
They have
that's
died
when
for
the
me.
automatic weapons fire opens up and just cuts through them like a scythe through wheat. Can you give me a firearms and intelligence check?
Firearms and intelligence. Those are not strong suits of mine.
You
Let's
can.
see.
Oh, also give me a rouse check first for waking up.
Rouse check. Yeah, one sec. Oh, that is a failure, so I'm at 2. And firearms and intelligence. Let's see. That is 1 success.
One success. You recognize from some of the bullet holes that are popping up in Spooky and J-Ron that these are small caliber, high rate of fire. Possibly these are the fucking Uzis you just sold.
These are the Uzis we just sold, huh?
And it's just
Who the fuck thinks they're messing with my shit? I'm gonna activate my
what do you mean it's the Uzis? Says the prospect before his head is blown off.
Oh great. Yeah, I'm gonna activate feral weapons.
Okay.
That'll be a rouse check. And that's a failure. I'm just racking up the hunger tonight, man. I went from 0 to 3 real fast. Or 1 to 3 real fast.
Hey, you should
Yeah.
feast. Look at all this blood. Rick, let's play.
Fuck yeah. I'm just going to leap at the nearest hostile and try to just rip
No
them
one
to
has
shit.
come in yet. You looking around, you'll see the rest of your guys seem to be behind some barrels, behind some motorcycle parts. They're moving their, tool chests around, make some sort of makeshift barricade. And at that moment, a garbage truck just bursts through the wall, splattering the rest of them.
Do not like this. This makes me pretty damn pissed off. I'm gonna go for the nearest window and just try to jump, punch it out, and go through it.
With your potence, you easily smash it.
Taking who. When I get outside, is there anybody like close at hand?
Yes. There is a man with like a black turtleneck, little black sock hat. The classic night
Yeah, yeah.
operator look. He's holding one of those Uzis.
I'm gonna go for him. Just try to take his face off.
All right, give me that roll.
Oh man, what am I rolling here?
All right, are you activating prowess?
1 sec. Let me double check. I don't think I can use prowess with Can I use it with the feral weapons?
Yes.
Okay. You know what? If we're going all in, we're going all in. If there's gonna be a
Yeah.
frenzy tonight, there's gonna be a frenzy tonight. Let's dance, motherfucker. Hot damn.
Are you at 4?
I'm at 4 hunger right now, man.
Okay, because of how you've gone up from 1 to 4 in like 30 seconds. I need you to make a willpower check as you are leaping onto this man.
Okay. Drop die. Okay. That is 2.
2. Let me just quickly look this up. I'm just going to say, just to save time, extenuating circumstances of seeing every one of your buddies just get whacked and how hungry you are and how good this is going to feel. You let the beast feed. You pop your fangs and the feral weapons take over. You have that long anglerfish teeth thing going on that the Sedites love so much. And you just chomp in, and that sweet blood hits your throat. And you start drinking deeply.
Hell yeah.
And you are lost in the feed. And at that moment, you feel something hit you from behind in your chest. You have been staked.
Rick just goes stiff as a board. In the moment though, when he goes stiff like that, he takes a chunk out of the guy's neck, like the flesh out
that
of it.
guy's dead for sure. Yeah.
That guy is so fucking dead at this point. If he wasn't dead from blood loss at that point, he is dead from having half his neck ripped off of it. Like you can see spine.
And a lot of that windpipe comes with.
You can
This
see
guy is not salvageable, as the kids
But
would
then-
say.
He just goes stiff and clatters to the floor like if you dropped a plank of wood.
You are face down on the ground. You hear men shouting, "Yeah, clear! I got him here! Got him here!" After a little bit, you are flipped back over, and you are face to face with your sire, Levi.
And that's when the moment of jeans clicks.
Child, this was a nice operation you had here, but you were too sloppy. You were doing so very well, my boy. But now you have to be punished. And they bring Jimmy over. Jimmy somehow survived. He's not staked.
I chose a good child.
They put him on his knees before you. What are you doing? Who are these guys, Rick? Who are they? You are staked. Oh. No, I'm a good Setite. No. How does Rick feel?
Confused and angry and helpless right now.
Is there something you'd like to say? Is there something you'd like to do? But you can't, can you?
Just feels that strangling sensation of the stake digging into his chest, forcing him to stay still.
The more you urge yourself to move, the more you feel helpless. Because your limbs are not responding. You are a prisoner in your own body, forced to bear witness to the execution of your child by your sire.
Just hits you real hard.
And in traditional warrior Setite way, one quick jab to the heart, and out comes half of Jimmy's heart.
Just hurts to see that.
Tell me, child, is there anything lower than you right now? No, I don't think there is. You couldn't protect a single one. How will you be ready for the final battle for his return? You must work harder. You must redeem yourself. Rick. Really? You're going by Rick now? Richard. Go by Richard. And he pulls the stake out of your chest.
Levi.
Good, you remember my name. Don't send idiots to answer the phone from now on.
He lunges at his sire, goes like hands for his neck.
Okay. Give me a roll. You've lost 2 hunger.
Okay,
When you were eating that guy.
awesome. What would I be rolling here?
You are going to roll strength and brawl.
Strength and brawl. Those are good ones. I like those. Those are my favorites. Let's see if it goes any better. Not much better, honestly. That was a shit roll. That is 2 successes.
Okay, I rolled.
Actually, I'm gonna spend willpower.
All right.
Spend a willpower and
Re-roll
re-roll 3
3
of those.
non-hunger dice, please.
Yes. That's 0 more successes. Dice are really shitting.
Your sire, the one who taught you everything about being a soldier for the Great One, Set, sees your clumsy attack coming, quickly gets behind you, wraps your arm behind your back, and forces you to the ground.
The hell? What is this?
It's a trial, my boy.
Just come in here and kill my child?
Taken
He ain't done
everything
nothing.
from you.
Can I see the club at this point?
The building or your corpses?
The building, the corpses, everything that's going on with that. Like if it's what it looks like at the moment.
Looking over, you see some of those men, ghouls, you presume, dousing the building with gasoline.
You're gonna fucking take everything. You're gonna burn me too?
No, I'm gonna let you live with it. To make you stronger.
What do you want, Levi?
What I want is to make you a warrior of Set. Not some simple gun runner. The work
The fuck do you
must
think I've been
be
for the
done.
last 200 years?
I think you've been trying, and then you came down here to avoid your responsibilities. But luckily, I've convinced them that you are worth redeeming. Congratulations, you've just passed the gate of despair, my child. You have
Kind of-
advanced along your hours.
Fuck you, Levi.
And this is
I
your
had a
chance.
good thing.
You had an okay thing. But now you're going to be doing a great thing. I have
Sorry,
a
Catch
train
Baby.
ticket for you. It goes to Charleston.
Back up to Charleston again.
You will be going to the temple to meet with Gabriella. She works for Hesha. I don't know if you know Hesha.
Does the name ring a bell?
You've probably heard of him. The great archaeologist, scholar.
What, you gonna send me over to Egypt to dig up some old hole in the ground?
I just told you you're going to Charleston.
Yeah, Hesha, though.
And not everything we do is. Listen, you're going first class.
All right. Can I take my bike?
He looks over at the guy who's just covered it in gasoline. No.
God damn it. I like that bike. God damn it.
Yes, feels despair, my child.
This is true despair. You can kill my child, you can take my club from me, you can kill all of my ghouls, but you don't touch my bike.
Get in the car. Your train leaves in 30 minutes.
Fuck you, Levi. He gets up, walks to the car, staring, kind of like walks like towards the car, but his head's turned back towards his club, just watching it as it is doused, just angst on his face.
Ignited. You are far enough away, I will not care about Rotschreck, because this is where we will end your part. Praise Set.
Praise Set.
Which of you is going to shed some light in the darkness?
Okay, let it be me.
Across the ocean, we find ourselves in Monaco, Monte Carlo to be precise. Luz finds herself outside of the villa belonging to Gina Lollobrigida, the famous Italian actress who has been reclusive in these last few years. You are here because you were tasked by your sire, Matteo, to retrieve an idol of the Kurgan people, the people of the steppe. It is said it can bring great power to a warrior if they carry it into battle. And while the Sedites don't need a use for it now, they would prefer their enemies not have it. Isn't that right? You've been spending weeks tracking it down. And in the least likely place, you brought it to this actress. You found it. It's in this actress's home in the decadent city of Monte Carlo. You've been scoping the place out for what, a week now? The high fence you found a hole through.
What have been going on in this house?
Normally, there have been lights on at this time, but after watching for a week, every other night it seems she goes somewhere. And you figure this is your best time to grab the idol.
Okay. Are there any fans of her right now?
What was
Or
that?
the street is empty? Or there are fans of her
You,
right now?
you are in the alley behind her home. So
Okay.
you have chosen the right angle to come from. You don't have to worry about this. You are a professional, right?
Right. I chose the best angle, the blind spot,
Mm-hmm.
so to speak. And I activate weight of the feather. First rust check, right?
Yep.
I'm good. And
Awesome.
I activate the weight of the feather and I jump to the
You climbing to the top of the fence, making yourself lighter. You land without disturbing a single blade of grass, since you now have the scales of Anubis working for you to make you lighter than you could possibly think someone could weigh. You know that her guard is at the front of the house this time, but you've come through the back. There is a trellis with vines running up it, stereotypically. What a cliche. But she is an actress, and they are prone to loving those types of things that you can scale to get in through an open window on the second floor.
okay. I also have silence of the death.
Mm-hmm.
So
That does not require a roll.
and I climb it until I reach the
I won't make you roll an athletics check because I know your athletics is like 8 dice or something. Um, uh, what now? You're on the
it's just
roof?
Tuesday.
You're on the roof looking in.
I I look for any windows coincidentally opened or
Sure.
any spots that are not guarded, of course.
Going in, going up to them, you find three windows. One is a bedroom, one is a powder room, and the third appears to be a home cinema. It has a few chairs set up and a projector screen, and one of those, I want to say old school but era appropriate, with the reels and the tape uh, going. And that window is actually unlocked and open.
Okay, so I go through this
Mhm.
window.
There are a number
I'll
of film
go.
cans sitting on the countertop next to the projector. They're her
Okay,
old,
very carefully.
they're her old movies from when she was 22, when she was young. She's in her 50s or 60s now.
Yeah, I just give a quick check in this room because I'm guessing, since she's an actress, this room would be eyes just for her, not for any other thing like an
Hmm.
artifact.
There, one of the chairs. Okay, give me an awareness and wits check.
Yes. 3
Three
successes.
successes. Nice. So looking through, you notice that this is definitely her room. One of the chairs, and just one of them, is well worn from someone sitting at it, placing their arm in the same place every time they watch, burning, dropping their cigarette ashes on the nice wood in the same place. You see a number of like condensation rings from as if someone had left a glass um, on a little wooden side table next to it. Very recently and frequently, looks like the size you'd expect. Someone would drink their scotch in. Going through the room, you find that mostly empty scotch bottle, and next to it is a row of film canisters, like on a shelf. That close inspection reveals they're actually one piece, which in your experience means it's a false panel.
Sweet. Okay. I first I check the surroundings
Mm-hmm.
to be sure I'm not gonna call attention of anyone.
Mm-hmm.
I'm wearing gloves. Then I start a puzzle.
All right, you
So
pop it off.
yes.
Behind it is actually an open safe because she didn't think anyone would look in here. Inside is another film can and the statuette. And the film can just reads experiments.
Okay. Um, how the this safe works? Like, what do I need to do
It's open.
to open it?
It's already
It's
open.
open. Weird.
From the bottle of scotch and the condensation marks, she's not exactly sober when she's here watching her movies.
Yeah. Got a drink glass, and then I grab my purse, my bag, actually, and grab the statue very carefully, like I'm grabbing something really, really, really important. And then I grabbed these spearmints. What's that?
The statuette is maybe 5 inches tall, made of some dark bluish stone. It appears to be a woman, which is odd because you've always read it as a male warrior. Um, she is dressed like a warrior, but it is unmistakably female. Experiments, if you open it, it's handwritten label, um, written in pen, not printed like the other ones were. Inside is a reel of film that looks like it would fit on the projector.
I'm curious.
There is a screen you can pull down over the window, so the light won't get out.
Okay, if I can be sure that this is not noisy or the light is gonna mess my whole thing up.
You have points in
I
technology, right?
Yes, I guess so.
Then
No,
I will say you know
I
how.
don't.
You don't?
No,
Okay.
surprisingly, I should
So
have.
you can give me either a straight intelligence roll to see if you're able to figure out the volume on it, because you've never really messed with one of these before,
Okay.
or you can just go.
Yeah, I'd rather roll. I don't know if one success.
One success. Awesome. That is enough. It's not super complicated. There's a knob. You twist it. You line up the reel like they did, like the ones on there are already set up. You pull down the blind, make sure the door is closed, and you turn it on. There's that cool little whirring sound that happens that I cannot imitate with my voice, that I wish I could. And she starts speaking to the camera. Um, I would say she'd be talking in Spanish, not in Spanish, Italian, but I'm not going to do that because I don't care enough to do that. So she's speaking in English. Um, that's what I get for picking a well-known Italian actress. Um, my experiments to restore my youth have led me to this statue of the Kurgan people of the steppe. It is said that the blood of a virgin will grant the user of this their youth back. Animal experiments have not gone well. Maybe soon I shall switch to human trials. I am tired of being in this husk, being passed over, being told that I once was a great. We must all grow old. But what if I don't have to? I can remain in the spotlight.
Oh, you can't.
And that's it goes on with her, I'm not going to get into it, but is some of her animal experiments. And I think that violates someone's card, so we're not going to get into that.
Okay. I just stopped that and I grabbed that too.
Do you
Because
do you have any points in occult?
it can be dangerous. Yes, I do.
Give me how many points do you have in occult?
2,
What's your total dice pool of int and occult?
5.
If you take half, I'll give you 3 successes, and I can tell you a theory without rolling.
3 successes.
Wow.
I saw a skull and just. I
Okay.
was-
So looking closer at the statuette and then looking at a poster on the wall, like a framed glass movie poster from the 50s, 40s. It's her as a young woman, starring in a film. She was a leading starlet back in the day. And you look at it, you look at the statuette. It's almost as if it's her in battle garb. Like it's her figure, it's her. It looks just like her. Almost down to the cheekbones on it. And you're wondering maybe this has been a tuning to her. And that's why it hasn't worked yet for her. But it would explain why it's no longer a male warrior. Either way, you found the correct thing.
Okay. Just can I check if this painting, if these figures of this woman, this room, um, are not some art check? If I can see if it's not fake, it's recently forged.
Okay. Do you have craft?
Yes.
All right. Give me either larceny or craft and intelligence, whichever you want.
I don't have craft. I have academics in arts.
Academics arts totally works. So
Does
does
it work?
larceny. Um, because
Okay.
larceny, you know
Larceny
how to.
and what?
You've made a fake painting before. Intelligence.
Okay. Larceny is way better. 4 successes.
4? Holy.
Yeah.
Okay, in your time of stealing and recovering artifacts for your sire and the temple at large, you've come across a number of fakes. Tool marks, someone trying to use a sander or buffing tool to make it look like something's been smoothed from wear, but you're able to make out telltale signs on parts of it. Maybe it's a little too smooth, maybe there's a lack of oils, but this reads as legitimate to you as the real deal.
Okay.
You hold in your hand a millennium old statue that happens to resemble uh, a modern actress.
It's really interesting.
Mm-hmm. At that moment, you hear a car pull into the driveway.
Oops. Just close the bag and make my way out.
Okay. Going down the trellis, back to the
I
way you
close
came.
the safe just to buy
Setting
time.
the room as
Yeah.
you left it, as you found it. Um, Walking away, you notice that in the car, it's still. Um, she's actually driven herself today. Um, Gina actually is in the car, seems to be talking to someone as you know, brazenly walk by with your nice loot in your bag. You notice she's talking to a young, beautiful woman. It's like, oh, come inside. I have something I want to show you. I'm sure you will love it.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Mm-hmm.
Just
Mm-hmm.
climbing, making
Yep.
my way out
You meet up with your
as quick
sire,
as possible.
Mateo. You have it?
Yes, I do. And
Good.
I also have info, some intel about this target
You,
that sound interesting.
you fill them in, and he goes, huh. Oh, well. All right. New job. You're going to America.
America?
Mm-hmm. They want you. They want you and your set of skills for a certain job. You'll be forming a coterie with 3 others in order to accomplish this. You have a ticket for a boat passage. It'll get you there when it gets you there. I can't recall. And you are to make your way to Charleston and head for the temple there, which place you will meet with Gabriella.
Okay.
And from what I understand, Luz, you're going home.
Okay, do we have any more information about this case? About this job? Why
I
am I going home?
Gabriella will tell you more. I was just told that extra bit because by happenstance you've been there before. And with that, we shall say praise set and go to our last player who has
Is that
so patiently waited.
Hello, it's me.
Jax, how are you?
I'm tired. How are you?
I'm also tired. I've been talking for 45 minutes
Yeah,
nonstop.
you have. I think we should take a break after this.
I was planning on it.
Great. I'm glad we're on the same page.
Mm-hmm.
Praise set.
Praise set.
Do us a check.
I'm not going to continue it until I get a praise set out of everybody.
Praise Loki.
That works. Lily,
I
say
already
it.
said it.
Lily, say it.
pretty sad?
Thank you.
Sorry.
It's okay. You're 2 hours ahead. Turning our eye to Charleston, we come to Lucy. Lucy, what cult of set do you belong to?
Well, I'm so glad you asked. Lucy is a member of the Cult of Teweret, which is a Setite cult seen through the eyes of the Bahari.
And where is it that Lucy is making her way to for this very evening?
Lucy is currently on her way to a very specific courtyard garden, surrounded by 2-story high mission style architecture. It's one of the oldest buildings in the city.
It is. And what's been happening here for almost as long as Charleston has existed, this
In its current form.
garden has been here. It is an old garden, well maintained, weeded plenty of times, and it has endured. When you first came to the city, you followed the telltale signs of the Bahari, the iconography, the graffiti, the markings that make the trail. Tonight you don't need that because you've gone so many times. But tonight's an exciting night, isn't it?
It is.
You arrive outside the entrance, and one of your faithful, or the faithful, is there. Rebecca. She's young, she's eager. She greets you. Sister, everything's been made ready as you asked.
Very good, sister.
Everyone's in attendance.
I'm excited to see what the turnout is like.
Oh, I think everyone's here. There is some to do about
Everyone or everyone?
everyone.
Good. Good.
And the guests of honor have their everything's been prepared for the special guests that will be honored.
I'm so glad to hear that.
I have to go make sure everyone's in position, but you know, yeah, she's very, you never heard, she was very eager to learn the truth.
Hmm. And I am willing to just let her sputter at me for as long as she wants to.
Mhm. She's like she's not like fangirling over you, but
I understand.
you're kind of her idol, I guess, at this point.
It's a terrible choice of idol.
Oh, oh, oh yeah. There's no winners. There's no heroes in this story. So you make your way into the garden proper. Do you? Oh, was a
Oh yeah.
okay.
I'm sorry, I thought you were telling me I did.
No, I was asking.
Of course I do. But yes, I do.
Going through, you see a few that you've shown. I want to say the light too, but that's kind of antithetical for Suddites. Shown the other side, the
The
truth,
truth.
to the men and women and NBs, non-binary folks that make up the garden, the people that you've convinced of the truth, that you've brought to sway, that some would call corrupted. But what does that even mean?
Corruption is just a different way of looking at things.
Corruption is what losers call it.
Hmm.
And tonight, you'll very clearly outline who the winners and who the losers are. Speaking of which, in the place they always occupy, Carmichael and Rosalind are here.
Rosalind's all right.
The
I have issues.
the leaders of this garden that have been here so very long, and they always tell you everyone about it, as if age is really so important.
Well, Carmichael is one of those people who takes the writings of a certain Miss Oleum a little too seriously. Was never really into seeing pain as a gift.
Just a means to an end.
Is just mean.
And those human
What harm is there in
sacrifices.
being just mean to everybody? I mean, of course, it's a way into the soul, but once you're there, what will you do with it?
And those human sacrifices they have.
Absurd. Against the entire precept of the cult of Lilith.
And with that basis was how you convinced these others. You found this crack in their faith, in their belief.
It's not so much a crack as a chasm.
Now it is certainly a chasm now that you've.
I mean, really, who raised them?
It doesn't matter after tonight.
No.
The floor. Noticing you're here, the sign for everyone to quit milling about is given. Brothers and sisters, tonight we are gathered here in Lilith's garden. I gotta drink some more water. 1 second.
Yeah, you do. Take that break. Self-care. Self-care for Set.
Hail Hydra.
Self-care for Set.
That's right.
If you'd like to know how to say that in ASL, I found out.
Restate my thing.
I mean, I've got prints in a can.
Not everything needs to have a spotlight in a shonen food cooking
I can hear Bob.
manga episode.
That was Bob, everyone.
Not everything needs to have a
Yeah,
spotlight.
That's actually my friend Chloe. She's visiting.
Cool. We are gathered in Lilith's garden tonight to plant a seed. They're always too into the gardening metaphors. And he goes on like that. Like, yes, we have a garden. We call it weeding. We call it, growing. But god damn, he's going on like Johnny Appleseed.
Oh, I let him go on.
Tonight, I understand that a new revelation and a ritual a special ritual is to be led tonight. And eyes turned to Lucy. Some eager, some indifferent.
Oh, that's me.
Two pairs are very suspicious, but their hands are tied.
Oh, Carmichael, I heard you procured some human sacrifices for me tonight. Is that correct?
Yes, indeed.
Bring them forward.
Real low-life types. And they bring out these really sleazy-looking guys. These men have made abuses towards the less fortunate. I just remembered a line. So, they are the scum of the earth. May the salt in their bodies never touch Lilith's soil.
Is that all you have?
I understand this is your ritual.
Couple of lives for my ritual?
I thought it would be appropriate for the station of the leader of the right.
I would like to roll my intimidation, please.
Okay, charisma or manipulation? Or doesn't matter.
1 moment. My composure.
Nice. Just stone cold ice queening it.
Oh, yes.
Do you have the daunt power under presence?
I have a presence of 3, so probably.
I have your character sheet.
I don't believe I picked any specific powers.
We should fix that after this session. All right, we're going to say you have daunt in there.
Great, I love that.
So if you activate that, which you can do for free, you will get 3 more your presence rating in bonus dice on an intimidate check. That's
disgusting. I love it. Let's do it.
Yeah, it's going to affect everybody, but fuck it. People are already frightened of you.
All right. Well,
aroused.
That's 7 already, so I'm rolling 10d10.
That's right. Now you can roll it, or you can tell me you want to take half for 5 automatic successes with no chance.
No, I'm rolling it. What's my success threshold?
6 and above. Oh, wait. Roll me. Do you have a 1d10 you can roll for me? So you need to your hunger dice. We need to do your rouse check.
I'm sorry?
We need to do your waking up rouse check. We
okay.
Do that.
And that's just 1d10?
Yep.
Okay. 1 second. 8.
8 successes. Holy shit.
No, my rouse dice, I rolled an 8.
Okay. Yeah, you're good.
And I rolled 6 successes on Daunt.
Say 6? Would you like to spend a point of willpower to reroll 3 failures that are not hunger dice?
No.
You don't want 9? Are any of them 10s?
Success is acceptable.
Oh, are any of them 10s?
No.
Okay. Hot damn. You're certain that if... Let me just quickly roll. Okay, and that's a bestial failure. You're certain if he was still alive, he would have soiled himself in fear. He just took a lot of willpower damage.
Hold
Uh,
on 1 second. I think I have a copy of Revelations behind me. There's a specific
I know
bit
Rachel does.
I want to dig out. Please excuse me while I do this.
Sure.
Don't look behind my curtain.
Props are important, everyone. I will always respect
I'll
prop
finish it out
time.
later. I have a digital copy. So, what is happening as I turn on my presence?
What is happening?
Yes, how are people reacting as I turn on my presence?
I mean, many are already. Many were already uncertain of you, and now you've really cemented your place as that Black Widow, that that spider that has come in and has woven her webs everywhere. And you are suddenly more dangerous than they ever expected. You've just turned Carmichael into a quivering mess in front of the entire garden.
I think we have all gotten a bit too complacent. Something we forget is that Lilith's garden, Dainu, was destroyed by the servants of her jealous lover and by Cain. And I think tonight we need a reminder of what happened to the children of Lilith, to Kesep and Shothek and Nesher and Mem and Oreb and Layla. The 6 children of Lilith, the fruit of her blood, torn asunder by the undeserving. Gentlemen, and she turns to the would-be sacrifices. Do you see these 2 in front of you?
Yes?
I'm going to give them a count of 5. Then I want you to go after them. Get a 5-second head start.
What?
They get a 5-second head start. Do I not make myself clear, gentlemen?
Okay. Yes, ma'am. Yes. Yep, they start like groveling. They're doing their best to not look at you, but knowing they have to look at you, just like, yep. These are
One
big, burly truck driver types.
black as ashes, killer returned. When Lucifer carried the sky through the storms and Cain's hand bore the hate stones and the blade of revenge, you better start running, Carmichael. His child have followed in a locust cloud behind him. Like jackals, they fell upon the children of Dahinu. Like wolves, they feasted on flesh, and like beetles, they carried away the fruits of the garden.
Ro-
5,
Rosalind's interrupting. What's happening here? What are you
4,
doing? We're not actually gonna. And
3,
Carmichael books it.
2,
I don't really quite understand. No. This is
1.
someone stop her. And the 2
Oh,
men get up, and with a speed you didn't think these 2 were capable of. One would say rivaling Usain Bolt. You are driven purely by animal fear, that fight or flight instinct that's telling them to do both at the same time, because you are the scariest thing they've ever seen. It feels good to know that, right? And they just outrun this supernatural man, or at least get very close before he remembers he has celerity. But he doesn't have that much celerity. And they are dogging him.
Don't
He-
kill him. That would be inappropriate.
Now, was your order to catch, or just to chase, or to...
Chase, because I don't think they can actually catch him.
Okay. You hear him like, please stop, no. And they're still running. Suddenly you hear dogs barking as if some stray dogs in the street have joined in.
Dihala Lilitu. All is ashes now. Do you understand who grows this garden now?
Lilith?
Yes. Lilith is the mother of monsters, but there is a father of monsters who I don't think we have been paying enough respect to. Where there is mother, there must also be father. Where there is Lilith, there is Lucifer. And tonight, I have come to introduce Lucifer, set Typhon, the father of monsters, into this garden. Do you understand?
And with that, a number of your disciples shout, do a set! Do a
Do a-
set!
Ahihe Liditu, Duasutek. They are nothing without the other.
They start working themselves into a frenzy of religious fervor. And some of those that were indifferent before are, if they don't, they don't really believe yet, but they see the writing on the wall.
Is there a snake in the garden that I can pick up? I assume there is.
It was prepared.
I'll pick up the snake. I hold it up to them. Behold the child of Lilith's garden, the serpent among the thorns. Are there any who question this change, this disruption of your comfortable daily ritual?
Anyone that does is smart enough to keep their mouth shut.
Good, because there's going to be some changes around here. I'm not interested in playing the evil dominatrix or the man who will so much as beat a child for looking at him. Pain is a gift.
At Pain is a
You know-
Gift, the two men come back with Carmichael.
She looks surprised.
He tripped.
Well done, my good and faithful servants. You've impressed me. Rebecca, see that they are well compensated, and I mean that not in the way this shitbag means it.
Yes, yes, yes. Of course, sister. Of course. And she leads them off with a couple others.
How does it feel, Carmichael?
Just let me go. You'll never see me again. I promise.
Oh, but before I let you go, I want you to remember this night. I want you to remember that you were chased down by two mortal men, two lowlifes. What you said was fitting the leader of the right. Was that correct?
Yes.
And what does that make you?
And he thinks about it and he swallows hard and he just looks back up at you. I don't know.
Wrong answer. What does that make you?
I don't know.
Rebecca, heat a branding iron.
Rebecca is left with the...
All right, I'll call to another acolyte. Heat a branding iron.
Already got it, ma'am.
Well done, thank you. Carmichael, you're about to experience something that you have inflicted on acolytes since the days of your neo-nascency. I'm surprised you haven't gotten the brand of Lilith yet, being as your idol Rachel Dolium brags so much about how she's been branded and whipped with flaming straps. But then again, you were always more interested in taking out your displeasure on others, weren't you?
The the cheerful acolyte next to you um, pipes up. He branded me the other night.
Well then, what's your name?
Jeremy.
Jeremy, I think you should have the honors, don't you?
Oh, I couldn't take this away from you.
Jeremy, I think you should have the honors, don't you?
Well, if you insist, I am
do.
happy to do it. I fucking hate you, Carmichael.
Before you do, remember, this is not out of hate, Jeremy. This is a gift.
And with a in the name of Lilith and Set, you just hear that flesh sizzle. And you know it's working not from his screams, but that sweet smell of cooking. The beast in him has to be going absolutely berserk at this point. Yet something else is holding him in place, as if there's some part of his duty, his what he must fulfill for Lilith that keeps him here, that you have reminded some part of him that has promised himself over to her, and her works is just cementing him.
Well, now, isn't that better, Carmichael?
Yes, yes. Praise Lilith.
Yes. Remember, before you leave here, pain and love are two sides of the same coin. She takes his face very tenderly in her hands and kisses him on the mouth with an inordinate amount of tongue as he finishes being branded. And then she lets go of him, says, "Now, it's your time to wander in the wastes, don't you think?"
Ah. And Rosalind and him go off together, holding each other for support, into the streets of Charleston.
Well, that was exciting, wasn't it? Thank you very much. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Now then,
but one cliche slow clap is just making its way over the rest as they finish their clapping.
well, if y'all will excuse me, this has been very exciting, but I have other matters to attend to. Do be sure to care for this snake. It will be giving birth at some point soon.
Yes, yes. But you also hear your business with me, Lucy. You make
Wait,
me
who said that?
a very familiar voice. You know it is your sire.
Lady Alia.
I am pleased as punch at what you've done here tonight. You make this old to wear it heart beat with joy if its blood still pumped through it, and if it was still in my chest.
Well, we did take care of that a while ago, didn't we?
Yes, and we took care of yours as well. Aren't you
Yes.
glad we skipped over the part of the ritual where it eased your pain?
Yes, actually, I am. I carry that with me every night.
And every so often when I have someone squeeze it for you. Sometimes you put it in a vice.
Mother, there is no pain so sweet as the pain you put me through.
I'll keep that in mind the next time I need to play soccer. Child?
That's a little less elegant than normal, Mother.
Oh, I'm in a playful mood after watching you send those degenerates after that after that.
I thought you'd at least play Buzkashi with my heart.
Okay, I don't know what that is.
Or croquet.
Croquet. The hearts. I need a whole bunch of hearts for that, and if I mix hearts with the croquet balls, it's a whole thing. I've lost a child before.
Wickets, mother.
Through the wickets, maybe. Anyway, you will be hosting some guests from out of town coming up. It's for Hesha. More importantly,
Oh.
Hesha's, what do they call them these days? Graduate students?
How nice.
Gabriella.
Bless her heart.
You are going to be working with 3 other of our clan to do some great work. I didn't bother asking what it was because I thought it'd be more fun if you didn't know anything else about it.
Should I ask what it is?
I don't know what it is.
Well, should I ask what
I
it
mean,
is?
she'll probably tell you.
Very well.
But it's I asked if it was dangerous, and she said extremely. And I said, sign her up and cut the budget.
Oh, you didn't tell her to cut my spending budget.
You know what they say about thrift bringing out ingenuity.
I believe the saying is necessity is the mother of invention.
I like my way better.
Of course you do.
Anyway, you be off. I have some people to talk to here.
Well, if you would like, we've set up refreshments.
Ooh. And I will.
There are some blood dolls present if you would like to have a sip or two.
I couldn't possibly. And she just like power walks. You know what she likes.
I do know what she likes.
And with that, we shall say, praise Set.
Do a Sutek.
Praise Loki.
Praise that.
And we will be taking our break. We will be back in 10 minutes as we get some water. As we have... I'll let my voice rest a little bit. And we will be back in 10 minutes. Thank you for sticking around. Hi, welcome back, or you've been here the whole time. Thank you for watching so far, and I'd like to thank everyone who's followed so far. We just passed the 50 follower mark, which is the slowest part of getting to affiliate. So thank you very much. And at the end of the stream, I will be doing a giveaway of Cults of the Blood God for people that are in chat and following the channel. So be sure to follow if you haven't, and stick around. And I'd also like to say trans rights are human rights.
Woo!
Woo!
Also, fuck NFTs.
Absolutely.
Fuck
Yeah,
Chaosium.
also, Chaosium, do better.
Do better, Chaosium.
Trans women are women. Trans men are men. Non-binary people exist.
And can still be trans.
Fucking
Yes.
NFT.
Fuck NFTs.
Sonic Slam is you don't actually do damage.
Just as a note, because like I've seen people like talk on Twitter, like, oh yeah, you can incorporate NFTs to like tabletop role playing game. Like, never at my table.
Like, what does that even mean?
Set does
I
not
don't know.
approve.
Like you can mint yourself the I win button and like make your GM accept it. No.
No, you can't.
This idea was devised by someone who has never played a single
Listen,
RPG.
GM's banned the book of Weeaboo Fight and Magic. They're gonna ban this.
Sonic Slam is instead of doing damage, you make
You
them
bring an
attack.
NFT to my table, you're not at my table anymore. Sorry.
Or like dead FT. I don't know. In the words of Rahul Kohli, NFT these nuts. All right. All right. So giveaway. People that are in the chat at the end and are following the channel. Cults of the Blood Gods, because that is the book the Church of Set is in. And also Jax wrote on it. What?
Also, there's 10,000 words of my writing in that book.
Hell yeah.
Part of me is like, what if I just was pretty?
So days have gone by, nights. Rachel, can you mute?
Yes.
Thank you. Nights have gone by. Planes, trains, automobiles. You have all made it to Charleston. Even if you were already there, maybe you went somewhere and came back. You like to treat yourself. Self-care is important. Self-care for Set. And one of you arrives outside of where you were told the temple is. You see the signs on this brewery. It is Third Turn Brewing, and it's got a picture of a cartoon crocodile driving an Indy car. You know the signs. Crocodile is often associated with Set, and we like to use calling something the Snake Hole Lounge a little too on the nose, right? So, hey, crocodiles are there, hippos are there. Set is the god of beer. This is perfect. So, who is the first to arrive?
I
I think Signy had the farthest to travel, so she's probably not the first person to arrive.
Okay, I think Jax just volunteered, though, right? Or are you volunteering someone else, Jax? Because that is totally allowed.
No, it me.
Okay, you arrive. You've been here before. The host.
Well, you know what they say. To be early is to be on time. To be on time is to be late. And to be late is to be staked.
Boy, howdy, was your sire strict. The host record. You are with the Gabrielle party, right?
I am, yes.
Okay, cool. You're gonna go back into the back party room. You know where to go. Yeah.
I do.
Mhm.
Thank you very much.
Okay. You go to this room where you are supposed to wait for the rest of your party to proceed. Someone offers you a delicious drink.
I take the delicious drink. Also, something I forgot to mention during the garden scene, but I have striking looks, and that should probably be factored into any presence rolls going forward.
Nice. It's a delicious carbonated blood beer.
I love a delicious carbonated blood beer.
That you do. It's good. It's not just good tasting, but it's good for you.
It's good for the soul.
And it's the
I
only
take,
beer that setites can drink, that vampires can drink and get drunk off of.
I take it in sips
Mhm.
because I am a lady.
And you've got business to attend to tonight. Who arrives second?
I feel like I didn't have all that far to go, so I'll show up next.
Okay. It's a upscale looking brewery with a cartoon alligator on it.
Did Levi provide much in terms of like a change of clothing?
No.
Oh God. Wonderful. Okay.
You were
So
getting looks from the train car, like staff in first class.
well, he did have the sense to zip his jacket up to cover the bloody hole in his chest. So that was a first. But he's looking a little dirty. A little. He tries. He kind of stands outside the place for a moment, eyeing up, like, oh, what the hell's going on here? This place looks little nice. Kind of looks around for a second. Is there like a corner store or something nearby?
Sure. There
All right, he
is
goes over.
just a big sign that says drugs in big,
Rick walks over to the drug place. Walks on in, goes up to the front counter, knocks a hand against the counter, looks over
Hey,
at the cashier.
hey, what's hey, hi.
Evening. Can I use your bathroom?
Um, are you a physically intimidating looking person?
Yes. Yes. Let me.
Uh,
Yeah.
oh, it's for customers only. Are you gonna buy something?
Kind of narrows his eyes. Uh, he reaches down. Does like under the counter have like a bunch of candy
Of
and
course they
stuff?
do.
He reaches down, just grabs a random candy bar and puts it down on the counter with a little bit too much force.
That'll be
It's
15
definitely broken.
cents.
Pulls a couple of like a dollar bill out of his pocket, puts it down on the counter. Where's the bathroom?
Right back there, young man.
Thank you. Goes over to the bathroom, pulls it open, shuts the door a little hard. It's gonna take a minute in there just to clean up, make himself look a little nicer, get the obvious dirt off. Yeah,
Slick
yeah,
back
basically
the hair.
combing his beard. His beard's gotten real scraggly. He adjusts his bandana, makes himself look licks his hand and like smooths his hair back with it a little bit, just yeah, literally just doing
Oh, my God, looks terrible.
the gangster making himself look nice shtick,
Mhm.
and flushes the toilet just because that's what humans do. Turns on the sink for a couple seconds to make it washes. He actually does wash his hands.
All right,
It's not really an
I just
efficient way of
find
washing.
because that's what humans do really funny for some reason. Okay, good.
Washes his hands, but he doesn't use like a paper towel. He literally just like shakes his hands off so it sprays all over the mirror. So the mirror has like little wet spots. Doesn't change much. It already had a bunch of spots on it and it cracked. So he walks
Mhm.
out.
That's par for the course, yeah. For yeah.
He goes out. He walks out and leaves the candy bar there. Doesn't take it.
The guy at the counter is like, when you come out, he's like whispering to like the employee next to him, like, I think he's doing heroin in the. Oh, anything else I can do for you?
Keep the change.
Thank you. Okay.
If he's an addict, he's a nice addict.
We didn't get robbed.
Didn't get robbed. Didn't get beat up. It's a good day. So he walks on out of there and heads back over to the brewery. Now that
Okay.
he looks a little bit nicer.
Okay. You walk in. The host is there. Oh, do you have a reservation or are you by yourself?
Yeah. Pulls out a piece of paper to check the
Mhm.
name that he's there on. Gabrielle.
Oh, you're at the Gabriella party.
Yeah.
Call somebody over. Like a white shirt, black pants. Waiter comes over. Standard.
Fancy motherfucker.
He got him at the Woolsworth. He's not that. The five and dime, I should say.
Ah, middle class fancy.
And it leads you to the back, where there is a pale woman wearing a fashionable hat. Uh, how would you describe Lucy? You're on mute.
I am so glad you asked, because I have it on my character sheet. So she has wide, limpid green eyes. They're pretty until you make eye contact for too long. Ash blonde hair, slender, almost breakable in appearance. The sort of high femme look that makes, men want to protect her. She is also dressed in a sort of, if your viewers are familiar with gunny sacks, which is a popular label at the time, it's very much a sort of boho, almost romantic Victorian label, and has on the straw hat.
She looks she's way outclassing him.
The only thing
Way more
missing
high
from this
society.
look, in my opinion, is a parasol. This is a highfalutin type.
I don't
I mean,
think
they're indoors.
right?
You don't carry a
mean-
parasol inside.
Continue.
So Rick is he's a typical biker looking dude. He's got like shoulder lengthish brown hair, real straight, it's pulled back off his face with a red bandana. He's wearing a black leather jacket that's zipped up. He definitely looks a little dirty, a little disheveled, but he has definitely made an effort to clean himself up. He's got a long kind of beard that has like a mustache attached to it. Seems to be about middle age, probably a little rough around the edges, not real high society, not used to these kinds of places. Would look absolutely at home on a motorcycle. Got big leather boots on, jeans with dirt patches on the knees. Yeah, he wouldn't look out of place at a truck stop. And this is definitely not a truck stop. Evening.
Hello there.
I'm Rick Oxford. You can call me Rocky. He sticks out a hand.
You certainly are.
Does she shake?
Oh, she does. It's very prim.
Yeah, he's got big, meaty type hands. They're freezing cold, of course, but that's par for the course.
You have quite the handshake on you, Mr. Rocky.
Certainly do. Trained it up all these years. You
Well,
say you can judge a gentleman by the way he shakes his hands, and I like to think you can judge me pretty good.
Huh.
She seems uncomfortable.
Oh, she does.
He goes to look for beer.
She goes back to her beer.
Hi, can I get you anything? Comes the appropriately timed waiter. Um,
My friend here would like what I'm having.
excellent choice. Excellent choice. I just so happen to have one ready. And he pulls out a beer bottle for you because he doesn't like your look. Uh, pops the top, passes over. It's got the same cartoon alligator on it.
Yeah, gives it a sniff and chugs it.
It is delicious.
So thoughtful of them, isn't it?
Burps. I can't burp on him. He burps. He's like, shit hits the spot. It's real good. Can I get another?
Sure. Don't. Sure. Let's go to the next person while Rick
That
is.
would be me.
Yep. You are outside the brewery.
Okay, I I look at the sign and a little scoff. Nice. Then I just walk in, looking around, very
Hi.
paying attention to every detail.
Welcome to Third Turn Brewing. Can I help you?
Hi, I'm here for Gabriela.
Right this way. And he personally leads you to the back, where the other two are. What does Luz look like tonight?
Luz is kind of tall. She has this dark brown hair, and less curly than mine, more like wavy. And she dresses very fashionable. Her eyes are dark too, and yeah, she was avoiding the sunglasses outside because it's night. But once she's inside, she puts on. Now she doesn't wear the heist kind of clothing. It's very different when she's working, but now she's just fashionable as she likes.
Wonderful. These two are here. You have um, this is Miss Lucy. Um, she is
My goodness, it's such a pleasure to meet you.
Pleasure to meet you. Good evening. And I
Your name is?
take her hand.
mhm.
Your
Can I
name is?
get anyone anything? He says, with like turned away from Rick.
My new friend here would like what we're having.
Of course, I'll have one sent right out. Can I refresh yours?
Oh, no, thank you.
All right.
I'm sorry, hon. What'd you say your name was?
Oh, I'm
I was asking the lady. You can go get the
oh
drinks.
oh.
Nobody cares.
My name is Luz.
Oh, what a coincidence. My name's Lucy.
Luce and Lucy, that's gonna be fun to deal with.
Shut it.
Maybe it's not a coincidence.
Maybe it is.
Usually it's not.
Well, it is an honor and a pleasure to meet you, Miss Luz.
Rick goes over to Luz, sticks out his hand, goes to shake hers. Good to meet you, sweetie. I'm Rick. You can call me Rocky. Real nice to make your acquaintance.
Who
Yeah,
raised
same.
you?
Who raised me?
Who raised you?
Why do you ask?
I am attempting to have a polite conversation with this lovely lady over here, and you come over calling her sweetie, telling her you can call her Rocky. Isn't that a little familiar?
Look, lady, I
Lucy,
left that shit behind. Lucy, lady, I left that shit behind when I left my daddy and go and join the revolution. I ain't gonna deal with that shit from
revolution.
any
You're buying into some millenarian myth about a revolution? Oh, honey.
myth. Sweetheart, I don't know how long you've been in this country, but the Revolutionary War was a very real
Hi,
thing.
hi, hello. Comes a waiter. Um,
And I grabbed the beer like like
um,
it was
hi.
popcorn.
Some tables nearby were talking. Mentioned that you were being very loud and talking about things that you might not should be yet.
Oh, of course. Sorry. You know, these men, they have such big mouths.
We certainly do. Can show you a bit more about it later.
And the ghoul, the person sets off back to work. And let's cut over to Rachel to get her into the scene.
Hello. Yeah, so Signy would be traveling with Greta if
Mhm.
possible.
Yes.
And okay. And so essentially like read to like always with the desert. All right, I think this is the place.
How? Okay. Yeah.
Nice.
Um.
She'll walk in.
For my monster of the week joke.
Okay. Hi. Table for two.
Table for Gabriella.
I wasn't expecting a 5, but
I'm sure you can cope.
I probably got it wrong. My mistake. Let me show you to the back.
Thank you.
You see the other 3 seated. Please describe Signy for us.
So I'm gonna have to say this at least once, and I think now is the best time to do it. Signy looks burdened with glorious purpose. Uh, so, yes, I broke that. She is. So she looks like she's like mid to late 20s, but like an older late 20s. Like she spent a lot of time outdoors as a mortal, exposed to the elements. So it's not like a dewy mid 20s. She has bright red hair, and her style of dress is just very, very strange. While she was getting brought back up to speed in modernity, she really struggled to like find a style that suited her like old Norse aesthetics until someone showed her a picture of Susie Sue and Alice Cooper. So she has a very strange mix of 1970s goth with like high Nordic. So like someone was nice enough to be like, you can't walk around armed all the time. So she doesn't have any obvious weaponry, but she still does have like her possessions hanging from a belt. And she's wearing like a lot of fishnet. She's got the little circlet on. And just, yes, very, very interesting style. Her mortal companion has sort of like doesn't really go in for the Norse stuff, but is like, all right, well, if Signy's dressed goth, I guess I have to too. So she's got like the tank top, black lipstick, dark eyeshadow, safety pins all over. So yeah, she will just enter. Hello.
Well, good evening. Come on in.
How do you do?
Claws and teeth, babe. No.
What?
Claws and teeth.
Can I get you something to drink, ma'am?
Beer, honeyed if you have it. She will take a cheeseburger, cooked rare.
Food, okay. Sure, we'll get you that in a second, like your beer. But someone will be by to take you to your out of this waiting room. This is like the best room in the like the best table in the brewery. So someone brings you a beer. They found a big glass stein to put it in because somebody saw your outfit and was like, you know what?
Where
Let's give this a shot. I want a tip.
damage.
Yeah, your burger will be brought to you,
No, that makes sense.
but he'll follow me right this way, and he leads you all into the
I'll
kitchen.
make sure I was understanding it right.
The kitchen is full of sleazy, reputable types that you would expect to find here. Screaming sharp behind,
People
just
that I get
yelling
along
at
with.
each other. Yeah. People in this room have probably, I don't know, beaten up more people than Rick, but who knows? They lead you to the pantry, move a shelf, and there is a staircase leading down.
Secret
Right
entrance.
this one.
I like it.
Right this way, oh great ones.
Oh, those are powers.
By the way, I am Signy
please.
Flores' daughter.
Good to meet you, Siggy.
Signy.
Siggy.
Signy.
Sydney.
We'll have to work
Oh,
on
you'll
that.
have to get used to him. That's Rocky.
Well, I'm Rick.
Pleased to meet you, Rick.
Or Rock. Or Rocky. I don't care. Ain't picky.
Well, that's an admirable quality.
After you, ladies.
As I
Half
say,
bows.
as I say, the Swayo Great Ones, I turn to them and I say, "Oh, and Rocky's coming too."
You bitch. He just kind of bows and gestures and like some kind of elaborate servant routine. But as soon as your back is turned, he gives you the finger.
Okay, your powers and skills the same thing.
I feel like Signy picks up on this and is just so amused.
If you follow this way, you will find your host, Gabriella.
All right, let's head on down.
Are like you need the skill in order to.
I
Going,
can walk inside.
going down, you find a woman in a nice, tight-fitting
And
suit.
generally, anybody can.
She has a number of like manila folders in front of her, one of those slide projectors, screen set up. The lights here are turned down nice and low, like you all love. You can see fine.
Yeah, we never made
Rachel, can you mute again?
I do.
Yeah, sorry about that.
These things happen. And where was I? She has her curly hair up in a little bit of a bun, messy, quick bun, as if she just did it while she heard you guys coming down the stairs. She gets up to meet you. Hi. My name is Gabriella. And you are. Okay, you're Rick. Lucy, we haven't met, but the look is. Okay, so you must be Luz. And okay, I don't know which of you is. Which one's which? I actually don't know why there's two of you.
I am Signy, Thor's daughter. This is my attendant, Greta. If this is only for full initiates, she can, of course, wait upstairs.
I mean, she'll be going. She's here, she's going. It's okay.
Oh, eat your cheeseburger, you'll need the iron.
Okay, so you are being brought here because we have need of a coterie. And you were chosen by, well, mostly volunteered by your sires. Except Signy, who, we just found out was still alive. So,
How
welcome
old
back.
are you, Signy?
You never ask a lady her age, Rocky.
Seem pertinent information here.
Seem rude.
I
She doesn't have
was
to answer.
born into the Lodge of Loki during the reign of, and she gives you some Nordic name that does not mean anything.
My 0 points in occult definitely say it does not mean anything to me. So he's like, sounds old. All right.
Greta puts up the halls of the world serpent.
I do remember when the Christians weren't everywhere.
All right, then. Well, where are we going?
I don't know. Christmas is kind of nice. Okay, so who here is familiar with South America?
I sold some guns there a couple times. Went pretty well. Got some nice dictators down there.
I've been informed of its existence.
Okay, she turns on her slide projector and you are going to fabulous Verde, a country that most of you have not heard of. It is located 100 miles north of Venezuela, between Venezuela and Puerto Rico. It is a small country of 175,000 people. It has been a democracy since the early 1900s. And we want to take control of it.
Question.
Go ahead.
Ain't the cam there?
No! They used to be.
Sweet. Sounds great. Let's go.
So who is there now?
As far as we know, no one.
Why?
We don't know. See, it was just owned by the Sabbat, but we don't know what happened to them. They are gone.
Oh, knowing this about, they probably all ate each other.
Usually there's like
That's it.
one or two left, but
Oh, I found a pretty
no.
butterfly.
There were one left, but he got stuck in the sun somewhere because he got so fat from eating so many people.
Maybe, but I don't know. All I know is it's free for the taking, and we believe it to be a valuable strategic resource, as is a is a excellent location between North America and South America.
And
Oh, and if we have it, they can't. Also, click click. Uh, slide projector goes off. Gotta bring up my notes. Meet the current president of Valverde, Calista Salazar, 19 years old.
Oh damn!
well, that's just precious.
Yes.
Aren't presidents supposed to be usually more male and old?
Here's the interesting thing about that. Turns out they didn't have laws about that. So
So the
and
country elected
she
a
wasn't actually
teenager.
elected. 3
How
months
did she
ago,
get power?
3 months ago, the military led a coup against the former president Armando Salazar, her uncle.
So she
After
took
it
over
came
for
to
her uncle?
after it came to light that he poisoned his brother and wife to take control 15 years ago.
Sounds like a fine man.
I love her.
Mm-hmm.
I love her whole family.
She is the daughter of the 2 presidents ago, the granddaughter of the president before that, and just keep going back to the very first president. Going through her notes.
She's so small.
Yeah. She's a little
Mig-
girl.
Leading back to Miguel Salazar. It's kind of like Chicago, how it's always had a daily as the mayor, except it's all the Salazar family. They just kept electing them.
Yes, that's how Tammany Hall worked. Thank you.
I was explaining for the out of okay. So
What's
anyway,
Sydney has no idea what Tammany Hall is, but absolutely will not admit that.
you go yes.
Interesting. How come?
Yes, Tammany
she
Hall, of
got
course.
power?
What was that?
What
What
was
was
that,
that? Hold on. Go ahead.
Interesting. How come she ended up with all this power in her hands after so many deaths? And maybe fair deaths. That family is not.
So after the coup, the Red Cross sent in, people to take care of the injured, house people. It was fairly bloodless, but some loyalists that had taken control of. And while our people were down there, because we sent people in there, right? We found out that, well, we're figuring that the military thinks they can just use her as, a figurehead, a puppet, while they really control things. Because she's 19, the people trust her family, except her uncle. And as long as things stay the same for them, So really, it's a great time for us to swoop in and tell her what to do.
How does she get her head above the podium?
I think they put an apple box.
Do they have apples?
Let's see. Hold on. She goes like four slides past like pictures of beaches, boats, a puddle jumper airplane, and goes to the economics of Valverde. So, Valverde, they are primarily agricultural and fishing related. They have a large cannery there. Before, their industry used to be mostly indigo when they were a Spanish colony. But then, when synthetic indigo came out in 1905, when that German man won the Nobel Prize for it, they kind of had to cut it down, and Spain cut them loose because nothing really wanted to grow there.
Yeah, it was a bit of a shit show.
But
That whole situation with the synthetic indigo, that was a bit of a shit show back then.
so now they are mostly just doing I wrote it down. Where are timber and fishing? There is enough farming subsidized by the state to keep the island population going without too much import, like they used to do.
Sounds like they might need a couple more apple trees down there if you want to bring some. Make yourself regular old Johnny Appleseed.
Apple trees don't grow in the Caribbean.
You seem like the type of lady who could make anything grow if she yelled at it hard enough.
Thank you, I try. I don't tend to raise my voice, though. That's reserved for ruffians.
Now,
Don't see any of them around here.
What about the vice trade?
like I said, it's a very small country. It doesn't have its own airport. They tried to build one under Armando with a lot of U.S. Investment, but that didn't seem to go anywhere. Let's see. Goes forward a couple. All right, I don't have slides on that. Why would I have slides on the airport? That doesn't make any sense. She seems nervous, like it's her first gig, time doing this.
Dominant faith?
Goes through her Catholicism.
Do I know what she's gonna say next? Based on the presentation, maybe
But
because I would continue what she was about to say.
what was the last time you were there?
Oh, long time ago. Like, let me see. Back in the 20s,
Yeah, you don't, but you do remember.
30s, maybe.
No, this was like 10, 15 years ago at the airport. Yeah, there were a number of accidents. People died. The foreman went missing, and a lot of money was stolen during when they tried to build the airport.
Fantastic.
So
I mean,
that's
to
why
be
you guys
honest,
are
I don't
taking
really-
goes back a bunch. This puddle jumper, it will land in the water. We have a cover story for you to go in. How much do you guys know about nature?
Let me check.
You
for
mean
survival.
trees and flowers?
Birds. As she holds up a copy of
Birds.
National Geographic. You are going in as nature conservationists trying to get pictures of the birds of Verde.
So we're trying to like save the native wildlife in there.
Or at least document it.
All right. A lot of night dwelling birds around there. Cause I ain't going out in the daytime for this.
Oh, no, that's what she's for. Finish your cheeseburger and the potatoes.
Oh,
I'm an adult.
does she have like those smiley fries?
What's wrong?
Like a kid's meal?
Listen, we are allowed to bring just your Greta. We are allowed to bring servitors, correct?
Yeah, as long as you don't bring like an army with you.
Fine.
Ain't got one of them anymore. Thanks, Levi.
Oh, did you misplace them?
Oh no
Listen here, lady.
Um,
I've been through a lot of
here,
shit.
recently went through a religious
can smell
experience.
it.
He recently passed his revelation of despair. Congratulate him on his advancement through the hours.
Yeah, it's real nice. Pretty set.
We
I
are
mean-
C-Tech.
It was your sire telling me about how you volunteered your important group for it. I can't. That is just such dedication to set.
He does not smile. He just kind of grimly nods. Yes.
And then
It is
turning
sad.
over all of your bank accounts and funds you had. My. We're going to buy a lot of cocoa plants with that.
I hope you mean the right kind of coca there.
It's yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it better be. Gonna be selling that shit when I get back here.
Mm-hmm.
What's the anyway? What's the vice trade down there? What's the drug situation? What's the prostitutes? How many hookers can we get?
I mean, they're there. The Red Cross workers didn't really look into that. They were too busy with another thing they found. So they were taking, some blood samples, while they were treating people. And they found something really interesting that they couldn't isolate. So this is looks like this is regular human blood sample. See how it, and she starts going into the science of it. That do any of you have a lot of points in science? Mumbo jump. Okay. All right. This is normal blood.
I have medicine. I have 2 points in medicine.
Okay. So she starts talking about the cell structure and the slide you're following. This is Vitae. It's a little different. The cell structure actually changes just a little bit, but it's mostly the same. And this is the blood of some of the people taken in Verde for blood donations for whatever they told them. And there's a bunch of bar graphs on the side of this one, and there's average and then test sample, and they're just spiking through the roof or way too low in some places. The numbers are completely off.
Numbers of what?
I would say hemoglobin numbers, iron count, oxygen counts, the different ways we measure the blood with a billy ribbon or something.
You're not sending us to an Isle of Revenant families, are you, Gabriella?
So, interesting thing you say that. Click, click. This is one of the Zimse Revenant family blood samples. It's closer to ours. This, I don't know what the hell this is. None of us know what the hell this is.
Oh, what does it taste like?
I'm sorry, did you call them Zimse?
Yes.
Did you mean Shinichi?
Listen, you
mean
pronounce it how you
Simisi?
pronounce it. I will pronounce it how I pronounce it.
What kind of grad student are you again?
Archaeology.
Oh, bless your heart, honey.
But we ain't got the most important information.
Wait, who
here.
called me a
What
grad
does it taste
student?
like?
Wait, who said I was a grad student? I have a PhD.
And
It's
that's
very
my-
nice, sweetheart.
Oh. She looks legitimately hurt by being somebody called her a grad student.
I'm certain
Okay.
you worked very hard for it.
So no one tasted it because we don't know if it's poison or not to us. No, we don't
Well,
have
why
a
don't you
sample
just-
for you to try.
Why don't you just make a chowder and feed it to them?
Wait, hold on. Did you say you have a sample for us to try?
No, I said we do not have a sample for you to try.
Getting my hopes
This
up.
is lupine blood. Doesn't look close to it. But notice, it's still different from human. Like I said, we don't know what the fuck that is. That's another reason you're being sent in.
So we can
Fairy?
go taste poisonous
Yep.
blood and find out if it's poisonous or
Again, do not taste the blood.
Oh, but I want
Yeah.
to.
not. I mean, I heard lupine blood is real good tasting.
It is literally my religious obligation to engage in something like this.
See? She knows what's going on.
Precisely.
Okay. Say I could get you a taste of the blood. Which of you is going to try it? One of you.
I
One of
will.
you gets to do it.
Just download webtoons on.
I'll let Lucy and Ricky fight it out.
I'll let the lady take it. It's her religious right.
Okay.
It is.
She brings out the sample out of her pocket. She was lying. she puts some in like a little like droplet, like a drop, like a
Pipette.
yeah pipette. Open.
Lucy leans back in her chair, puts her delicate little heeled pumps on the table, crossed at the ankles, and knocks it back.
Dragon fruit.
Excuse me?
Dragon fruit. That's what it tastes like.
Tastes like dragon fruit.
Mm-hmm.
I'm letting everyone else know. It tastes like dragon fruit.
And now, like, she's just
Dragon
intently
fruit.
watching you.
I never had dragon fruit.
Dragons
I don't know what it
don't
tastes
bear
like.
fruit.
Dragon fruit is a southern fruit. It tastes kind of sweet, kind of starchy.
Huh.
Can
Hmm.
Like watermelon, but with less flavor.
can the three that are not Lucy roll me wits and awareness? Not Lucy.
I got 2.
All right, so I got 3 6s and a 1 on my hunger dice.
The one only matters if you didn't succeed. You succeeded though.
I got 2 crits, 1 on my hunger.
Ooh.
How do you keep critting on awareness checks? How do you guys
Okay,
keep getting?
let me
How do
say,
you all
the
keep
chat
getting messy
was
criticals
waiting
on
for
awareness
this.
tests?
I mean, in part because I put a bunch of dots in awareness and wits.
Yeah, but like, well, we're gonna ignore
Yeah.
that one.
You can, yeah, you can make the reaction of the results of the awareness be more bestial.
So you notice,
Like you
so,
see that
yeah.
and you react
So
like, you
the
know.
three of you, you're looking at Lucy talk, and you're looking specifically at her mouth. Rick, because that scent of the blood is really just driving the beast wild. It's intoxicating. And then the three of you notice that Lucy's entire mouth is a dark green color now.
Lucy, I'm gonna say something that's gonna sound real improper, but it ain't improper. Open your mouth real wide.
Excuse me?
We need to see something. There's something in your mouth. Open your mouth up.
Your lips have gone green.
Oh, the lips themselves are fine, but like tongue, gums, everything on the inside is like stained green.
Y'all seeing
She's
this?
still gonna say your lips have gone green.
You got Gabrielle. You got a mirror over there?
I can't see myself in a mirror.
What?
You can't see yourself in a mirror? You some
Is that
kind of
me?
sombra?
No.
Your whole tongue and your gums and stuff, it's green. It's real green.
Do I feel any different?
No. Not that you can tell yet, anyway.
It's like you're a kid who ate one of those green lollipops.
You did just have like not like a mouthful. You had like what, like a spoonful, kind of.
Like experimentally pinching my skin in various sensitive parts.
Could we make an occult test to?
I have
what
so
would
many occults.
cause
I was
this?
gonna say, no idea. If the higher up Setites are so intrigued by this that they're sending people in, they don't know.
Oh.
And you
Fair
know,
enough.
we Setites have the most extensive occult libraries in the vampire world. Get fucked, Tremere.
Get bent, Tremere.
Fuck the Tremere.
NFT, no fucking Tremere.
The fucking Jameer.
Only kind of NFT I like is no fucking Tremere.
I'm on board with that NFT.
I think we should keep a real close eye on Lucy. Make sure nothing weird happens to her.
That's
We're,
all we shit.
I mean, one of you two want to like stay with her tonight? It wouldn't be proper for me to do it, but
I mean, I'll take Luz if Luz is all right with it.
My dear sir, the mere fact that it's improper is exactly why you should do it.
Excuse me?
this is true. She got a point there. Praise
What?
set.
Praise set.
No,
Praise Loki.
no.
What about you and me? You come back to my place? I ain't got a place right now, but I can find one for us.
I would like to roll a composure.
Composure and
I'll
resolve.
pay. I'll pay for the hotel room.
Oh, we have places for you all to stay.
What
Fabulous.
check were you asking me to roll?
You wanted to roll composure, right?
Uh-huh.
Composure and resolve, I guess.
Yes. Hold on. Whew. 2 successes.
All right. So as I was saying, yeah, we have places for you to stay. Anything you need to bring in with you to the island. You'll be going tomorrow night, and you'll be there until you're done, or you die. Please don't die.
I don't plan on it.
Me neither. Ain't lived this long to die like that. You got somewhere I can go for get a change of clothing?
Sure. What are you looking for?
Some little cleaner, maybe? Just like maybe a wash machine?
Someone brings out like a fancy linen robe.
All right, I'll take that. I'm not gonna say no to a fancy linen robe. I'm a Setite.
You feel like any kid in a movie where like they get to go to like a fancy hotel and like they're always seen wearing a bathrobe, eating candy, and like watching pay-per-view movies. That's how comfortable that robe feels. It's like you're swallowing a cocoon of cloud candy.
I don't put it on yet because I don't want to put it on my dirty clothing, and it wouldn't be appropriate to undress here. But I kind of like lay it over the
Why?
back of one of the chairs because Lucy would probably rip my throat out.
Sounds like a chain.
I mean,
sounds like a chain you forged for yourself.
Signy's looking at Ricky expectantly.
Lucy really is the old ball and chain, huh?
Your face. It's amazing. I love
Don't
it.
pop
I
blood
wish I was
vessel.
faster to
Breathe,
screenshot it.
breathe,
It was a
get it
gift.
out.
Thing the gift. I will learn something from this.
That's what I saw, and I went, "Fuck."
Someone clip that for us, please.
Well, if there's nothing else, any questions that aren't about the blood, because I don't know anything else. No, you
Does
cannot
my
have the
door
blood.
lock from the inside?
What?
Does my hotel room door lock from the inside?
Yeah.
Because we don't want anybody getting in there with us.
What's all this shit, white man?
She never said we had more than one hotel room.
I never said hotel either.
True.
You're staying at the temple.
Oh, good. I'm
Delightful.
comfortable with that.
Anyway, give Hector over there anything you need. He'll get it during the day for your trip, as well as these cameras, these fake passports with your names on them. Really, any essentials you need. Oh, and she pulls out like a small little like travel bag. Here are your travel expenses. Your incidentals.
As soon as we get there, is there any place we're staying? Any lodge?
So you'll have camping equipment. You can see about renting someone like a hunting cabin or something. There should be enough money in there to get you started. You're resourceful people.
I can find
Yeah.
something.
I'm throwing you into a sandbox.
Do we have any intel about the influent person there.
So we do have someone down there to we do have a contact still down there for you that the Red Cross team made um, while they were there. Let me get my note back out. Rosalina Olmos. She is a teacher at the high school. Not a big high school, but she is a teacher at the high school. She'll be able to help you out a bit.
Okay. And I'm like, okay, because I just said influent and she said high school teacher.
Oh, I thought she will
I'm
tell
like,
you who is influential down there.
I assume we have lodgings prearranged.
For the first couple nights, yeah.
Yeah, I think I have one or two contacts still not burned there.
I got a question. What's the scene down there with bikes? Got a lot of bikers down there?
Surprisingly, yeah.
Awesome. I want a problem.
Yeah, they are into motorcycles there.
Excellent. That's exactly what I like to hear.
So Signe will lean over to Greta and be like, all right, go gather the cult. Have them meet us down there.
Sure, I'll take a bit, but okay.
Take as much time and money as you need.
Can I take it from this bag?
What bag is she looking at?
The small travel bag that Gabriella said was your travel expenses and incidentals.
Well, don't take everything, but sure.
Well, she opens it up and pulls out a small package, yayish big. It seems to be white, something white wrapped in cellophane and tape. Pulls out another thing. It's another cellophane wrapped thing, but this appears to be a brick of American money.
And I'm like just counting.
What is the exchange rate?
Counting the bills with my eyes, like ching ching ching.
And I'm counting how much I can get for the cocaine.
Like I said, you're resourceful people. Welcome to Coterie Background Points. Yeah, that's for bribes. Making more bribes, I guess.
Do you all trust my daughter?
I mean, how many people from your cult are coming?
All two dots?
Ain't got any reason not to trust her.
What kind of question is that? We're kindred. Of course we don't trust her. You're
You can
going
take
to
a
touch her anyway.
They don't have like face tattoos or anything Viking-ish, do they?
If they want it.
I would really prefer if you had people without face tattoos go.
Or a hot
Well, we'll put them in heavy makeup.
Yep, I'll take that. Done.
But yeah, I have a 2-dot herd that's my cult, and given what we've just been told about like all the weird blood stuff going on, yes, I'm bringing my herd.
Okay. Yeah, just talk to Hector. Yeah, you just talk to Hector. He will get that together. Travel arrangements.
I got a feeling face tattoos are gonna be more popular in the future. We should go break some chains early on. Introduce them.
Next trip.
All right.
Well, if there's nothing else, I will leave you to it. You'll be shown your rooms. And if nobody has anything they'd like to do, we will cut to you being loaded into crates on an airplane.
First airplane trip of my life. Exciting.
Mm-hmm.
Shall we show you your rooms? And I'm like getting the bag with the money. Yeah, sure. Let's go.
I'm taking the cocaine brick and tucking it under the jacket. Yeah, all good, all good.
I think we each get a bag with stuff in it. So.
Oh, it was just the one bag for all of you to share.
Okay.
Yep, that's for all of you to share. You will not be getting a second bag.
I take it carry-ons are allowed on this flight,
You're going in a crate.
so that's a yes.
Yeah, I mean, I assume you're bringing guns.
Who needs guns? Unless you're selling them.
I mean, yeah, of course we're selling guns.
He cracks his knuckles.
I approve. Guns are shameful to the warrior spirit.
I like this lady.
We're gonna go over to Hector. Hector, is it?
Yes.
Would you do me a favor and place a call for me?
Certainly.
I give him the Rebecca's number in Charleston. Because I too would like to bring my herd.
How many dots is your herd? Okay. Yeah. We'll figure out a cover story for them because we can't have 40 people showing up to be nature photographers.
They're my camera crew.
20 people are your camera crew. Then
Do
what
you
are
know how many people it takes to get a perfect shot of the green-throated hummingbird?
Especially with 1970s camera equipment. You need two at least to hold the lights.
Oh, my people will all be land speculators.
Okay.
Rich
I
Nordic land
will
speculators.
I will start drafting paperwork for a shell company.
Thank you.
Thank you, Hector.
Mhm.
Oh, will you be accompanying us on our journey, or will you be staying here?
Oh, I don't want to die. I'm going to stay here.
Who's our point of contact?
Well, they don't.
Who are we reporting to, Hector?
You're gonna have to send like international calling to here, I guess.
Do we get calling cards or not?
You get one to share. It's in the bag.
That's not what I asked, Hector. I said, do we get calling cards or not?
You get the one card to share in the bag.
So that's a nod. Got it.
No, I mean yes. We're not made out of money here.
I assume this place has a postal service.
Yeah, they ship out to Venezuela and then it goes out from there.
So
Most of their goods come from barges.
Well, it sounds real convenient. Real nice place. Very very much a tropical getaway down there, right? Go on vacation.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever been anywhere that warm.
Yeah.
I've been there, all right.
You been down there?
Oh yeah, a long time ago.
Sweet, and got ourselves a tour guide.
Since it's a long time ago, I'm not sure where I can, what I can get from, contacts, because they are probably dead or really old.
Ain't they
But
all dead?
yeah, but I can get something.
It's all right. Hey, y'all mind if I take this cocaine here and use some of the money to get myself a bike? Once I got that, we'll be fine.
We can
be real
send a
good once we
bike
got a
with
bike.
you, or you can get one while you're
You
down
can-
there.
You're gonna send a bike down? I
Sure,
thought
why
we
not?
all got what was in that bag there.
There's a plane.
Awesome. Put a bike on there for me.
Done.
None of those shit ones either. I want something nice.
Okay.
Gives him a look like it better be a nice bike. I want a nice fucking bike.
If he gets a Yamaha, you should get me a matching keyboard.
Fucking Yamaha. Who rides those shit? Ugh. Ain't gonna ride one of them. Catch me on a little tricycle riding around with a bell that dings. I want a good American
Good, if half
bicycle.
of what you said in that last sentence was English, but I'm choosing to ignore it.
You look like that. You know all about them little tricycles. Probably wearing a pair of bloomers and a little sailor cap, riding around with a big lollipop on one.
Oh, honey, you don't know what I know about tricycles.
All right. Well, this is getting
We're
awkward. I'm
even
gonna
putting.
leave. I wish you all a pleasant flight. To
Oh, Hector, I
Valverde.
was hoping you could show me to my room.
No, Hector's staying. I'm going because I don't want to get dragged into this fist fight.
Oh, you've already been dragged into it, Gabriella. You
Bye.
will remember this.
I don't think she's staying for this fight here.
What's that over there?
Between you and me, sweetheart.
Hector, I was hoping you could show me to my room.
Yeah, it's right this way. Leads you to 4 identical rooms. We weren't expecting a 5th.
Oh, no, that's fine. I've given her the lion's share of the cash, and she will make arrangements to move my people. I assume you can take care of your own accommodations.
Yeah, no, I'm taking
Darling.
care of your people. I'm making a shell corporation. Don't worry about it.
Is that magic powers?
Thank you, darling.
Mm-hmm. Anyway, Greta, you can sleep on the floor. And if there's nothing else,
I mean, Greta can go rent a
I think
hotel
we're
room
at.
if she wants. I won't stop her.
I think that's a good place to crate you off, put you on a plane, and send you off because we are at time for the night.
Hooray.
Woo! This is fun.
Awesome.
Everyone, thank you for watching. Thank you, players, for being excellent, amazing. I don't want to say exceeding my expectations because I know you're all great, but living up to my personal hype for all of you. And then a little bit more.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you. Thanks, everybody. I think you were great.
So this was episode 1 of After the Sunset. I thought we'd be getting to Valverde. That's why I called it Welcome to Valverde. But
Well, next episode can be called For Real this time.
ooh. So players, if you'd like to go through and give a plug, anything, talk about yourself, say fuck turfs if you want.
Hell yeah.
Fuck turfs.
Fuck 'em.
Where do you want to start?
Let's start with Rachel. 'Cause she
Oh,
went
yeah.
first.
Hello, fuck turfs. My name is Rachel. You can find me pretty much everywhere on the internet as Stolen Fires. I do a lot of streaming, like a lot, including tomorrow. I will be over at Vorpal Tales running Masks of Nyarlathotep. Hotep. Yeah, do better, Chaosium.
Do better.
That starts at 3 o'clock Pacific time. That's over Vorpal Tales. And then Sunday, I will be back over at Vorpal Tales. Normally for White Walls, our mage game. But because the storyteller is in the middle of a cross-country move, Rosie is going to be doing Vampires in Space. Putanesca by Starlight. It's hilarious. I have so much fun doing that. You can also find me there on Monday for the season finale of Dune. Last episode ended in Matricide and Atomic Hellfire. I'm really looking forward to what this week brings.
You're the head of a house, right?
Yeah. So when the storyteller signed off, called me Your Grace, like that picture of Eric giggling, that's why he's giggling.
Nice.
Yeah, so it's going to be a lot of fun. I have no idea what to expect. It'll be great. Solemn Veil right after. And then you can also catch me Wednesdays over at Plastic Age Plays playing some Scarred Lanes D&D. So yeah, follow me Twitter, Twitch, Instagram, Stolen Fires to find out everything I'm up to. Oh, and I did just put out on Storyteller's Vault playing the Sabbat, the Black Hand. It is a player's guide for Sabbat V5.
Actual playable Sabbat.
I know, we figured out like a really cool way to make touchstones work with passive enlightenment, and then there's a whole bunch of seraphim who have cults of personality that your pack could work for. Yeah, it's we got silver in like a week. Yeah, that's what I'm up to. Thank you, and thank you so much, Ben, for running this. This was amazing.
Awesome. Let's go to Lily. We're going in reverse order.
Okay. You can find me at this same handle you see there. And I actually am not a streamer, but I casually run games on the streamer of my friends. But they are all in Portuguese. I'm Brazilian, and this is actually the first my first game, voice game in English. So I'm really grateful for all of you, for Ben, and for this nice and exciting game from the bottom of my heart, wherever it might be.
Aw.
So, yeah. So, if you want to find more about my games in Portuguese, you can find me on Twitter and Instagram at the same handle.
Awesome. I think your English was great tonight. Also, I love your earrings.
Yeah, I saw the chat talking about my earrings. Yes.
All right. I don't remember who went second. I'm just gonna say Jax.
There we go. Hi, it's me. I'm a Jax. You can find me most places on the internet at Rufflejax. You can find my website at jacquelinebrick.design. Um, I am mostly not a streamer. I have been in a couple of streamed games before. I was in two of Gehenna Gaming's Contagion Chronicle games, both where I died tragically. It was great. I was in a game of made. I was in the Made to the Ascension Technocracy game that we ran over for Onyx Path. You may remember my character Allison Green. Um, but yeah, I mostly write and produce tabletop games and LARPs. You can find my LARP design company at Ruffled Feathers LLC. And you can find all of my other stuff as Jacqueline Brick or Rufflejax or Jax Romana. Those are usually the names I go by, and I had a great time.
And last but not least, Tyler.
Hey, I am Tyler. You can find me on Twitter at Tyler Rose RPG, the same as my name on Twitch. And you can also follow my very hilarious and completely Tremere-free account for memes at Clan Gargoyle, which is wonderful. Apparently, people really like it. I love it. It's fun. I also write some supplements for VTM. You can find my stuff on Storyteller's Vault. There's a link in my Twitter bio. I wrote a free supplement, totally free. Download it, called the V5 Gargoyles, which is a guide to adding gargoyles to V5. And I also wrote a very inexpensive supplement called Becoming, which is a guide to creating new characters and has a bunch of pre-gen character tables that make it easy to add new things to your characters that you might have not thought of before. This is my first time ever being an actual play stream. I had so much fun. I would love to do this again. So
I
if
mean,
you
we're
want me
going
to, it's great. I enjoy this quite a bit. So if you are interested in possibly having me on your stream, let me know. I'd love to guest at some point. That would be fabulous. Other than that, I had so much fun. Fuck turfs. Non-binary is amazing. Thank you so much, Ben. Thank you so much to everybody else. Love you all. It's been great.
Oh wait, I forgot one thing.
Go
Roko's
ahead.
Basilisk.
What?
Roko's Basilisk is an info hazard, and you all now know about it.
Oh God, no.
Is this like the game?
Sort of. I'll tell you about it later.
Don't tell me about it.
Well, you know about it now, so you're in danger.
Hey,
Cognito
fuck.
hazard.
God damn it. I think I know what this is.
Look, I used to date a bunch of assholes who were like driven into panic attacks by it. So you know what? Roko's Basilisk.
Don't think too deeply. It's bad for your health.
Don't worry. Smooth.
Be like Rick. Smooth.
Ben, tell us about you before we go.
So I am Ben, Big Dad of the Chief Yeoman of Big Dad Industries. Um, this started as a project for weird side projects and things I just wanted to get off, like this all Sidite game, because I don't shove about Sidites. I can't stop. They're my favorite. I love them. I also really like my players. They're great. come here on Tuesday, where I'll be doing a special one-shot streamed of Putanesca by Night. That's right, episode 2 in Philadelphia, with people playing the same characters that you'll see in the future in space if you watch on Sunday. The Putanesca by Starlight. That's right, 2 Putanesca games in 1 week. Who can believe it?
That's a lot of pasta.
Forget about it. The game is mostly just us yelling at each other with terrible accents.
Gotta
Like,
get the gabagools.
we
Like
gotta
you
go.
put-
Method of storytelling.
Tony, we gotta go to the Gabagoolyxy. That one might have been a
That
step too.
serves.
Mama, you forgot the spaghetti.
Oh!
I mean, that's basically how it goes down.
Rachel refused to go last Sunday.
Ow.
I mean, I was fighting with my camera.
Yeah, I mean, that's the perfect time to go. And also, congratulations to user Eli Martin in the chat. You have won the
Woo!
giveaway.
Woo!
Thank you, everyone, for
Congrats.
following. I'm going to message you later to get your information. So, thank you, everyone, for tuning in. It was a pleasure to have you. And don't forget to praise Set.
Praise
You
set.
have to check.
Praise Set.
Liberate Valhalla.
All right. Have a great night.
Yeah, you too.